The CHC trial resumed this week with John Lam, the first accused in the defence case, taking the stand. In her cross-examination over the past 2 days, Deputy Public Prosecutor Mavis Cheong challenged Lam's testimony that there was no conspiracy to channel CHC's building fund money to the crossover project, and she raised doubt about Lam's confidence in the performance of San Ho's albums. The prosecution sought to show through board meeting minutes that the refund of monies to Wahyu Hanafi in 2003 were backdated to 2002. The DPP also suggested that the personal guarantee by Hanafi did not exist. Lam disagreed with her. He admitted that on hindsight, the building fund refund to Hanafi should have been a resolution instead of an amendment to the board meeting minutes. However, he pointed out that that did not make the refund of Hanafi's building fund contribution by the church a lie, as the prosecution put it. Lam explained that Hanafi's intention had always been to sponsor the crossover project. He told the court Hanafi had mistakenly given the donation thinking it would go to the crossover project, but had asked to redirect the amount when he discovered it was not the case. This was consistent with Hanafi's testimony when he took the stand earlier this year. Lam told the court that he saw no need to make the refund of building fund known because it might invite unnecessary public scrutiny akin to the Roland Poon incident that had greatly affected the church. In addition, Fung Dao Ching, then managing partner of Teo Fung Wong LLP, advised that it was not necessary to disclose the refund, how it was done and when, as it was an accounting mistake. DPP Cheong sought to undermine the success of San Ho's Mandarin album sales with email exchanges that showed the church's intention to buy over 32,000 unsold CDs costing over $500,000. Lam acknowledged that the church bought San's Mandarin albums to be used for CHC's missions outreach and gifts for overseas affiliates. However, Lam reiterated that unsold CDs did not mean that the album was not successful. It could have just been inventory that was not sold. DPP Cheong also challenged Lam's agreement to invest in Extron Productions when he knew that it was not profitable. As the chairman of CHC's investment committee, the prosecution questioned why Lam did not conduct due diligence prior to approving the investment. Lam told the court that due diligence was normally done with companies that were an unknown entity. In this case, he knew about Extron, and there was common interest in that the proceeds of the bonds were used to fund the crossover project, which was a mission of the church. In addition, there was a profit that would be returned to the church on top of the principal sum of the bond. The DPP accused Lam and his co-defendants of trying to conceal the fact that CHC was investing in Extron bonds by limiting the role of the church's investment committee. The possibility of impairment on those bonds was also allegedly hidden from the CHC board when, instead of bringing the issue to the board, Lam had discussed the option of pushing back the bond maturity date with Tan Yi Peng. Lam disagreed with the prosecution's accusation, stating that he had been more concerned about the issue of disclosure as it would mean asset impairment in the books of the church. He had focused instead on the basis on which the projections of the album sales were made. He, together with the investment committee, also did an assessment on the recoverability of the Extron bonds when the auditors asked for it. The cross-examination of Lam will continue tomorrow. For more information, please log on to citynews.sg. I'm Andrea Lim for City News, Singapore.